first thing I'm going to do in this video is disbud our heifer calf. She's going to be someone's milk cow probably for many years when she's older, and we're going to take her horns off this morning. We thought she was pulled, but it turns out she's not. She's got tiny little horn buds. So I'm going to take her out here on a halter and do it right here. There she is. She doesn't want to be on a halter, and she doesn't want to be disbudded, I'm sure. This is her first day that we're really doing halter training with her, so probably kind of a stressful day. Watch out, don't stand behind her. She'll kick you. She will kick. She's a little feisty, but it's just, she's just a calf, but a calf will kick you. It took 3 of us to hold her down. This is kind of how you do it in the field. If you're working them in the field, working cows in the field, I've done this before with guys who do beef cows. Cows will kind of go into shock a little bit when they get real afraid, but she'll jump up.
There you go. You want to go see Mama?
Let's go. Kitty, let's go.
Obviously, she's not halter trained yet. Let's go. There we go.
When you're working with cows, one thing that's kind of counterintuitive is actually standing close to them. And so when I first worked with a guy who'd worked with cows a long time, he would walk like this right behind it. He'd walk right behind his cow like this, and where he's almost touching it. And the idea there is you don't give him any room to build up momentum to kick you. So if I'm standing here and she can only give me a little kick forward. If I'm standing here, she can just give me a little kick back. But if I'm standing back here, then they can really kick you. That goes for horses, adult cows. Go, girl.
Here we go. Here you go. You don't seem all that upset. She seems fine. Of course, you had to pick the dirtiest spot to drink, huh? Maymay's turn. Look.
He says goat.
I know. Goat.
He says duck. He says chicken.
Hopefully this is our last disbudding of the year.
I thought I was done already. I don't know why I thought I was done. There you go, lady.
Well done. Let's go back to the herd. Miss Mamie. Well, they're calling for her here. The whole time the other goats, the baby goats, were all calling for Maymay. It was so sweet. They really all love each other so much. Where's your friend? You don't seem worried now. We need rain terribly. I don't think it's really rained, like really rained, in a month maybe. We still have some grass, but it's not growing back without any rain.
The next thing we're working on is just a big cleanup. It's basically cleaning up from killing pigs. We were so busy processing meat and stuff afterwards, we haven't actually cleaned up out here, so every kid has a job, and I'm working on all the big stuff. I was about to take this chain down. This is what we hung the pigs from a while back, and I realized we should leave this up for a swing between these two trees. This tree over here and this tree over here. I'm higher than you think I am. See? That's not the best way to stand on a stepladder. It's not really safe, but I am hanging on to something with one hand. That I can hang on with one hand. Right there, that chain. 2 bowline knots, and we've got ourselves a little swing. Woo! I think the kids will have a ball on that. Actually, I know they will, because we've had one here before. I'm heating up some tortillas with just a tiny bit of lard in this frying pan. We're having these beautiful tacos for supper. Recently we've been doing this thing where we will do chores kind of early, eat what we call brunch, and then we will not eat lunch, and we eat supper. And it's kind of nice because it saves a ton of time in our day. And that's time when we could be doing work, we could be just chilling out with the kids, we could be playing, or like right now, Brianna's having a water gun fight with the kids.
You're on my team, dude.
Who's winning, Justice?
We are. Maybe not, maybe not, maybe not.
Anyway, parents, don't be afraid to do 2 nice big meals and a snack or 2 in the day if it makes your day easier. As long as they're getting good nutritional food, it's okay if it comes in the shape of 2 meals and some good healthy snacks. This has been the driest early summer, spring and early summer that I can remember. I mean, it rained just a tiny sprinkling last week, but before that, I think it was a month. The garden just hit this point where plants, like all the plants, are starting to wilt. There's quite a bit of mulch down. The paths are all mulched. We got a lot of mulch around plants, but like the strawberries were wilting last week. The onions were starting to look really sad. Because our water source is a spring and there's a limited quantity of water in that reservoir if we run the hose real fast, I've been pulling some water out of a creek, and it's about a gallon a minute is coming from the creek way up there. And it's all gravity. That's just gravity. I guess it's technically a siphon, but it's gravity bringing it down. And I'm just soaking places. I basically will put it right in the path or on the top of a bed, and then it will spread out on the path and then kind of soak into the bed. But this area is just too big, and it is bone dry. Even under the hay up there, it's bone dry. So we're watering our corn every evening, and watering the squash every evening, and by the next evening it's just dry again. Okra seeds. Planting some peppers. They won't mind the dry too much. Don't make the mistake of planting peppers in your very richest soil, because if there's too much organic matter and nitrogen, they'll just grow lots and lots of leaves and not grow as many peppers. And I've done that before. It's about to get too dark to film, so I'm gonna shut this vlog down right now and turn the headlamp on in a minute. You know, we can keep our garden watered, that's not a problem. We can mulch it heavily. The challenge with not having rain, or one big challenge for us, is this pasture is not growing. I want to learn more about building resilience into the pasture. When you look at people like Sweet Homestead, check out his channel, by the way. He is rotating his pastures, or Richard Perkins, also in Sweden. They have this high level of resilience with their plants in their pastures because of how they're managing their pastures. And last year in Sweden, it was one of their driest years on record, and we will get there ourselves eventually. For now, we're stuck with watering the garden a bunch and hoping it's gonna rain soon. Well, folks, thanks for joining us. It's been another great day in the homestead, and we'll see you really quite soon.